Imagine this. You're a teenager sitting in your bedroom. You just paid $15 on some sketchy website to launch a DDoS attack on your school's bully or network because why not? You're 15. 3 weeks later, you open your inbox and there's an email from Europol, Europe's equivalent of the FBI. And it says, "We know who you are. We know what you did. And we're giving you one chance to stop." That is not a hypothetical. That just happened to 75,000 people, and that's not even the wildest part. Between April 13th and April 16th, an international law enforcement operation called Operation PowerOFF executed the largest coordinated takedown of DDoS for hire infrastructure in history. 21 countries participated, 53 domains seized, 4 people arrested, 25 search warrants executed, and here's the number that should terrify every skipped kitty on the planet. Law enforcement got their hands on databases containing over 3 million criminal user accounts. Now, DDoS for hire, also called booter or stressor services, these are basically websites where anyone with a credit card can pay $5 to $50 to flood a target with junk traffic. Want to take down a gaming server? $10. A company's website? Maybe $30. These services made cyber attacks as easy as ordering pizza. And for years, the people using them felt completely untouchable. Anonymous payment, disposable accounts, jurisdictional chaos across borders. Well, that just ended. So, Europol has 3 million user accounts from these seized platforms. They can't prosecute 3 million people. That's logistically impossible. But what they can do is something far more psychologically devastating. They identified 75,000 users they could verify. Email addresses, IP logs, payment records, and they sent every single one of them a personalized warning email. The message was basically, "We obtained your information from a seized DDoS for hire service. We know your account, your activity, your IP address. Engaging in DDoS attacks is a criminal offense that carries serious penalties. This is your one warning." Think about that for a second. You thought you were anonymous. You thought nobody was watching. And now there's an email from Europol sitting in your inbox telling you they have receipts. The psychological impact of this is enormous. It's not a generic mass email. They used specific information from the seized databases to make it clear. We know it was you. But here's where it gets absolutely wild. Europol and participating agencies are now buying Google Ads. Google Ads! That specifically target search terms young people use when looking for DDoS services. So if someone Googles how to DDoS, booter service, or IP stressor cheap, instead of seeing ads for actual attack services, they see police-funded ads warning them that it's illegal, that people are being caught, that there are legal alternatives to test network security. They're also delisting over 100 URLs from search results, and this is incredible, placing warnings directly on blockchain transactions associated with illicit crypto payments to these services. So even the payment chain gets a red flag. This is essentially law enforcement adopting the marketing playbook. They're meeting kids where they are, on Google, on crypto platforms, and intercepting them before they commit the crime. It's demand destruction. Instead of just taking down the supply, the booter websites, they're also going after the demand by making the act of even searching for these tools a moment of deterrence. Now, some people are going to say, well, who cares about DDoS attacks? They're the lowest tier of cybercrime. And technically, that's true. Compared to ransomware or supply chain attacks, DDoS is entry-level stuff. But that's exactly the point. DDoS for hire services are the gateway drug of cybercrime. Academic research has consistently shown that teenagers who start with booter services are significantly more likely to graduate to more serious attacks: credential theft, ransomware, data exfiltration. By targeting these services and their users early, law enforcement isn't just stopping DDoS attacks, they're trying to prevent the next generation of serious cybercriminals from ever forming. And the numbers show the pipeline is massive. 3 million accounts across these platforms. Even if 90% are inactive, that's still 300,000 active users. Some of them are bored teenagers, but some of them are organized criminals using DDoS as a distraction tactic while they breach networks. through other vectors. Operation PowerOFF has been running since 2018, but this latest phase is by far the biggest. Previous rounds seized maybe 6 to 9 domains at a time, while this time, 53 domains, 21 countries, 3 million accounts. That's an order of magnitude escalation. There's something deeply fascinating about watching law enforcement evolve its tactics in real time. For decades, the approach to cybercrime was reactive. Wait for attacks, investigate, prosecute. It was slow, expensive, and usually only caught the most reckless operations. Operation PowerOFF represents a fundamentally different approach. It's proactive, it's psychological, and it uses the internet's own tools, search ads, email, blockchain analysis, as weapons of deterrence. The 75,000 emails aren't really about those 75,000 people. They're about the message that spreads after. The Reddit posts, the Discord messages, the tweets where someone says, "Bro, I literally got an email from Europol." That social proof of consequences is worth more than any number of arrests. And the Google ads? Well, they're admitting something that law enforcement has historically been terrible at. You can't just enforce your way out of a demand problem. You have to compete in the attention economy. Whether this actually works long term is an open question. DDoS services are like Hydra heads. Take one down, 3 more pop up. But the user warning approach targets something these services can't replace: the feeling of anonymity that made their customers comfortable in the first place. So yeah, if you're one of those 75,000 people who got that email, you should probably take it seriously, because Europol has your name, your IP, and your payment history. And next time, it might not be an email. It might be a knock on the door. And if you were thinking about Googling cheap DDoS service, well, the first result might literally be the police telling you to stop. But if this story was new to you, hit subscribe. I cover the wildest stories in tech every single day. And drop a comment. Would you stop if Europol emailed you? Well, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.